Okay. So I left you the other week with two tasks, and the first one is the identification of the components of information systems. So what you see on your screens right now are depictions of information systems in different organizations or entities. Do you see something on your screen? Please type yes again. Erica, can you clearly hear my voice? By the way, Mark and Erica, I am recording the session so I can post our discussion later sa Google Classroom. Okay, good. So what you see on your screens right now are depictions of the presence of information systems in organizations or in entities. So on the left side, it's a bake shop. We can treat that or consider that as a business organization, obviously. And as you can see, the cashier um, is using a particular system on her computer. So this information system is what we call point of sale system. Okay. And also on the right side, this is a depiction of an information system that's present in today's libraries. So we can interpret it siguro sa karon as OPAC. Okay. Now we use OPAC to search for references that are available in that particular library. So these organizations, these entities are two different entities, di ba? So a library is obviously far different from business organizations. And then the point is, um, wait for a while. Okay. The point is, regardless of the existence or regardless of the type of information systems, all information systems have the same components. And I hope you read the ebook that I have shared. Naara man actually dito. Pero obviously you are welcome to also refer to other sources online. Pero do not do not be confused if what you see on our ebook is quite different from what you will be seeing online. So medyo naa siya kalahian actually, pero essentially they mean the same thing. So mo po na siya ato ang ano no ang nature pod sa information in technology or computing studies bitaw nga mga courses because terms may be different across different references or books and they are completely okay. No, so we focus on the meaning. We focus on the entire meaning of the concept. So wala ra to siya problema. But anyway, basing on the ebook that I have provided to you, it's actually the ebook that we've been using even before. We have 5 components of information system. So when we say components, you can think of it as parts of an information system. So we have obviously hardware, software, and then the data, and then processes or the procedure, and then we also have people or end user. Do you have questions about the components? Particular items that you find confusing on your part? Be honest. Or mga kikalibgan ninyo ato nga mga components? Naabata or wala? Kung naa, pakitype sa inyong exact question. Kung wala, pakitype og none. Okay, si Erica, no question. I think si Mark na ani ba kay medyo ano. So make sure that the components are clear to you. Make sure that each component in terms of its definition and in terms of its examples are clear to you. So regardless again if ang information system ba is naa ba siya na-apply sa eskwelahan, sa hospital, sa restaurant, sa library, regardless children, students, they completely have the same components or the same set of components. Okay, let's wait for Mark to respond. Okay, sige, walay pangutan na si Mark, no? So, just a quick recap. The image that you can see on your screen, for example, on the left side, so the hardware part is obviously the computer. So most of the time, pag point of sale system, kanang sa people or sa Gaisano, it's not just the computer that we can consider hardware. Actually, we can also consider the credit card, debit card reader. Pwede po itong barcode scanner. Kasi when you purchase computer, barcode scanners and katong credit card reader are not actually part of the computer system when you purchase it. So, different to sila nga different to sila nga hardware. So, naarabay uban pod ng mga supermarkets or organizations nga dili sila mo-accept og credit card reader. So, wala sila credit card reader. Nakuha ninyo ang concept. So, naay uban na, napoy uban wala. That is why for IT students, when they reach fourth year, like what I have mentioned from the previous sessions, when they begin to perform software engineering, kasi naa sila subject ng software engineering, the very first step in performing software engineering or in developing software is to conduct interviews sa client. Kinsa man ang nanginahanglan og information system. So they will get to know the requirements and the situation of that organization. So if the client, let's say for example, their client is Gaisano, and they have another client, People's Plaza. Gaisano accepts credit cards. Plaza does not accept, People's Plaza does not accept credit card. So ang hardware nga included ata sa Gaisano is appeal ang credit card reader. Saka po, sa People's, wala ra. Katurang barcode reader ang computer. Is it clear? Klaro ra ba? Please type yes. Yes, good. The second component is our what we call software. And obviously, what you see on your screens right now, kanang gigamit sa cashier, that's what we call that's the program itself. You know, that's the software itself, the software package itself. Okay, so we can also call it a system, but technically the term system refers to all the components. So that includes the hardware itself. Okay, the next one is data. So when you go to when you go to Gaisano Capital or when you purchase goods from People's Plaza, ang data nga ato ang gikinahanglan dito again are the data coming from the product. So naato siya sa barcode usually, di ba? So the item name, the item price, the quantity, pila imong gipalit ana. Okay, because it will be used for calculation. So naay processing mahitabo. Remember, data that we receive from information system will be processed. Okay, I'm gonna take you back to this figure. So when the cashier is going to input all the goods, no, using barcode scanner, di ba, iyatong basahon ng barcode, and then it will read the details coming from that barcode. Because ang barcode, students, it can be used to store basic details or basic data like price, item name, size, weight, blah 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 blah. Mo to siya mo appear sa sa computer screen sa cashier, and then it will then be processed. Example of processing is katong quantity na. Of course, if you purchase two goods, ang price ato niya madouble pod. And then, ang output actually ani niya students is katong resibo na. So, in the case of point of sale system, ang output nato ang resibo. Okay? Kung mag-order pud ka og items from Shopee, dili resibo ang output. Ang output is katong online nga murag resibo. Mura siya details, order details. Okay? Next is processes or procedure. Ang meaning lang ana niya, what does the end user perform or how does the end user perform the task or what are the tasks that's going to be performed by end user? Kung mapalit ka or mag-grocery ka sa People's Plaza, unsa man tong steps nga imuhang pagabuhaton so that you will be able to purchase the goods that you'd like to purchase. So, these refer to the procedure. Another example of procedure, kung manghulang kag libro aning library A, dahil manghulang paglibro sa library B, example na ay duha ka library, posible nga lain-lain ilang pamaagi. So, mao to siya ang procedures nga ato ang boti pasabot students. Kung magpa-enroll ka sa St. Coluban College, magpa-enroll pud ka sa SMC, ayaw pag-expect na ang proseso sa pagpa-enroll the same aning duha ka institutions. Kaya naagi na siya changes. Okay? And finally, the end users. Remember, sa point of sale, ang usually, ang term nga to ang ginatawag sa ilaha is cashier, dili teller. Aha man usually ninyo madunggan ang teller. Sige, aha na to usually makuha ang term na teller. Hello, madunggan pa ko ninyo? So again, ang example nga seen on your screens right now is in the context of department stores or supermarkets. So we call them cashiers. Okay? So the last component is cashier. Okay? Ang akong point is the last component of an information system, or not necessarily last because wala man na sila order, pero uh, the component that we have not discussed yet refers to the people or end users. So they refer to the people, individuals that will use the system. So sa department store, ang tawag sa ilaha, cashier. Okay? Department store to siya. Pero bangko nga setting, dili na to siya cashier ang ato ang tawag. Kung sa may tawag usually. Mark and Erica, are you still on the line? Can you still hear me? Teller, okay. Dili kaayo Erica, basig sa imuhang connection Erica. Mark, can you clearly hear me, Mark? Madunggan ko nimo Mark og klaro. Maputol. Okay, reklamo mo ha, chat diretso ha if maputol siya. Okay man, naamo kayo internet. Okay man ang signal. Okay, but anyway, so ang ako lang punto ato is in terms of end users, usually they have different names in depending on the organization where the information system is installed. Okay, so usually pag department store, we call them cashier. Pero pag bangko, we call them tellers, not really cashiers. Okay? So regardless of or yeah, regardless how powerful information systems are, human beings are still essential to or as one of the components of information systems because dili sila pwedeng wala. Naagid gihapon human intervention. And in software engineering, I understand you don't have this subject para ni siya sa mga IT kasi dili man pud ma-expected nga mo develop og software. But for software engineering, and I mean kanang mag-develop og software, magbuhat og software atong mga IT students, apilon sa journey, apilon sa development ng end user. Aron sure nga along the way, klaro ang participation sa user, klaro ang requirements, klaro ang ahapadulngan ng project, klaro ang nature sa software. Okay? That's so far for information system components. Now we proceed to the types of information systems. I think you've seen this sa types of information system. I'll begin with transaction processing system. Do you have question with what a transaction processing system is? Naatay mga pangutana unsa ang transaction processing system? Okay, so nasabtan ra unsa ang transaction processing system? Actually, there is a trick for you to easily understand it. Transaction processing systems are information systems that process daily transactions, period. Usually, we see transaction processing systems as frontliners in the organization. Kanang pinaka basic example gyud sa transaction processing system is kanang point of sale system, balik-balik gyud ta ni point of sale system sa supermarkets. Kasi sila diretso ang ato ang makit-an atong ma-interact. Okay? And I have quite discussed this from our previous session. Let's proceed to the next type. Nayo bang mga information system pod nga dedicated or gibuhat para sa managers, and we call it management information systems. So this particular ay nani na siya, for example, okay, so People's Plaza. So pagsulod nimo na grocery ka, malamang ang pinaka direct employee sa People's Plaza nga imong ma-interact are the cashier and the baggers. Okay? So cashiers and baggers work day-to-day basis, on a daily basis. Sila gitong gatrabaho to perform the process. Unsa man ang process, unsa ang transaction. Since supermarket man ang People's Plaza, sales sila, sales transaction. So on a daily basis, sila itong mga gitawag na itong operational workers. Okay, then katong system gigamit ni cashier, kay daily basis man tong iyahat, daily transaction man ang gi-accommodate ato, mo nang gitawag siya transaction processing system. So daily basis siya ha, everyday nga basis. Okay? So katong na-collect nato on a daily basis, i-process to siya. Nakuha? Balik ko na ako. Katong mga na-collect nga data, mga sales transactions sa point of sale system, kasi di ba sa People's or sa Gaisano or Robinsons, daghan sila nga cashier galaray, di ba? So katong data nga makuha atong nga system, i-compile to siya actually. Okay, so naay particular, naay a separate system nga mo process ato nga daily transaction. Ang tawag ato niya management information system. Dara. Yeah, from its name, it is normally used by managers, not operational workers like cashiers. Okay, laing mag-role ang manager. Okay, so what the managers see on the system is not data in a daily basis. Okay, so pwede siya monthly. Mabitaw nang mayroong tag-monthly report. Nakuha? Are you getting the picture? So inana ang trabaho ni manager. Lang taon niya, within this month, unsa man nga mga products ang halinon or unsa nga mga product ang dili kaayo halinon. Kana. Okay? And then finally, kaning decision support system, usually any students, it is okay, para dili lang mo maglibog, no, I will give you a picture of how a decision support system works. A decision support system works like this. Nani ha? So from a daily basis, katong point of sale, every day man to galihok from the cashier, no? Sige sila kolekta og mga kinsay na malit sa peoples, katong data on that day, no, every day i-submit to siya sa lain nga system used by the manager. Kay ang manager ang iya man is supervision sa sa area. Okay? So katong galihok gyud everyday gyud nga as in mao gyud ma-interact sa mga customers most of the time katong mga cashier. Mo to sila mga operational worker. Kaning mga managers ng tao nila didto ang mga unsay figure unsa may health sa sales nato. Halinon bata or usabay nana, no, kay na mo na siya um uh, determining unsay pinakahalin, determining unsay dili kaayo halin will give information to the manager unsay angay nila buhaton aron ma-promote ni siya nga product para mahalinon pud siya. Okay? And then from that figure, actually na isa ka system nga pwede na tatawag og decision support system. Ang ubang books ani ang tawag ani business support system, parehara na sila. Ang iyaha lang buhaton is iyang i-analyze further ang data nga nakuha niya in this time or at this time sa management information system na. Iyang lang tawon unsay health sa sales. Then mo decide siya, no, diretsoon niya og hatag og data sa sa bali ang system na ang ning decide. Okay, iyang i-assess ang data nga okay, kani nga item ba kay tulo na ka bulan wala gyud kaayo mo palit. So unsay decision, ayaw na palit ana sa supplier kay dili man siya halinon. Nakuha ninyo ang punto? So mo nang gitawag siyang decision support. Mohatag siya og support, mo support siya sa manager in deciding aron dili na kaayod, wala dili manual ang deciding ba, automated na. Na basis. Kaya na may data processing. Okay? Na kanipong executive information system, okay, as you can see, it is used by the executives, meaning it is used by the president, the CEO, and katong mga higher ranking na gyud, employees or people working for that organization. So example, Jollibee. Okay? So franchise man ang Jollibee. So katong mga executive sa Jollibee, president sa Jollibee, CEO sa panadiana, so ang ilang panlantaw pod is wider, pangag manang gamay sila na sila sa top kay number 1, sila may boss. Number 2, gamay ra na sila. Dili sila kadaghan sa cashier. Na ilang panlantaw pod ani kanang mga executive ang ila pong madawat sa executive support system, ang uban ang tawag ani nila kay executive support system man. Ang uban pod executive information system. So ayaw ka jud kay kalibog ha, focus lang gid ta sa meaning. Okay? Ang ila pong panlantaw pod is unsay mahitabo ani nga organization for the next 5 years, 3 years, something like that. Okay? So ang ma-produce nga information ani nga system is more of a summary of the health of the organization. Okay? Kay dili naman na sila mulantaw og data nga on a daily basis, dili naman. So ilang panlantaw ba? Unsa ba? Yes or no? Did we do good this year? Something like that. So kabantay din mo anang sa mga salida kana mag-meeting ang mga executive na naay mga bar, na mo gamit silang mga pie chart, graph chart, and etc. Mo na siya people. Okay? Kaya ilang panlantaw is the health of the organization in a long-term, long-time basis. Okay? Dili na sila mo touch directly atong daily basis. Dili na. That's not their job. It's the job of the supervisor. Okay? Is that clear? Can I get a response coming from you? Yes, good. Do we have questions about the types of information systems? Okay, nganong lain-lain siya og information system kasi as you can see on your screens right now, lain-lain ta og organizational level. Lain-lain og role. Katong mga cashier, dili po to sila pwede mag-management, dili. Kailangan sila sa field. Sila ang gagawa, sila ang galihok on a daily basis. Okay? Ang mga managers po, ilang panlantaw, inaniha, pinakasayon nga interpretation. Kaning nasa transaction processing system, daily basis. Kaning managers o kaning senior managers, monthly basis or quarterly basis. Kaning mga executive, yearly basis. Kasi plano nato next year, something like that. In other words, kaning sila ang mag-set o goals sa organization. Okay? So pananglitan, mag-ano ka, magtukod ka og franchise imuha. Oh, mo goal ka. Your goal is to be able to compete with larger, with bigger food franchises known di ana sa public like Jollibee and McDonald's. Okay? So present na siya people. Managerial aspect man gud ni siya. Present na siya sa usa ka organization. Mm-mm. So naagi planning mahitabo within the organization and mo gamit na sila information system. Dapat to isa ka type of information system diana sa inyohang ano, inyong nakitaan sa ebook katong knowledge based. Actually, Google is an example of knowledge based system. Search engines are example. Nganong gitawag siyang knowledge based? Kasi unsa i-type nimo dito, it's like the system is giving you knowledge. Kana bitaw ang atong panultihon bitaw nga Google knows everything. Do you want to know how to cook spaghetti? Type it sa Google na dito steps or sa YouTube. Do you want to know if your girlfriend or boyfriend is jealous? Type it sa Google. Nakuha, mo na siya gitawag knowledge base. Pero ang common gyud nga example sa knowledge base kanang mga frequently kanang help document sa usa ka software pareha atong sa for example, na website sa Toshiba man to gihatag sa book, di ba? Toshiba is a Japanese company if I'm not mistaken. They sell electronic goods or products. So pag naa kay question about sa Toshiba nga laptop, i-type lang nimo dito. So naa siya ihatag nga answer, something like. Wala siya electronic, wala siya web-based nga call center. Muna siya gitawag siya knowledge-based. Okay? Ang pinaka-last, user productivity system. So in other words, people, kanang Microsoft Word, user productivity man na siya, information system po na siya actually. Okay? Kasi gigamit man siya to accomplish tasks. Okay, Microsoft Excel, information system po na siya. May mga ubang may mga ubang documents or mga government mga documents naka-Excel man siya. Okay? Okay, so any other concern about the types of information systems? Wala na tayo other concern? Wala pahabol nga question? Okay, wala. How about your task? Katong ako ang gipost recently. Impact of information systems sa organization. Tagailan ako og summary kamunduha. Ato alang basahon before we end this afternoon session. I-type lang one sentence, two sentence. Dili kinahanglan mag-copy paste sa just type to me your your response, your answer. Pwede na Tagalog, pwede Bisaya. Just type to me what you read, what you have read from the activity. No, isa ra Mark. Katong bitang ano, katong okay, sige basahan na lang to sa ninyo. Katong naa sa ano, impact of pwede na siya duha ka article, pero ang question actually is impact ra, impact of IS to organizations. Sige, kahit one sentence lang, what do you think? Walang insight, kumbaga. So, sa ato pa, with the presence of information systems, also may impact niya. Gida, kahit one sentence lang. Okay, it helps the organization to move faster, their process between the people. Okay, so it supports the organization to be efficient. Okay, so obviously, without information systems, organizations will not be able to perform their transactions, facilitate their processes uh, faster or in an efficient manner. We need efficiency because of competition. We need efficiency because of volume. We need efficiency because that's what the customers needs and wants. So we need to be able to process transactions faster. Okay? And not just faster, but also accurate as much as possible. Humans are prone to errors. It does not mean that computers do not make errors, but um, obviously computers are able to are much more systematic in terms of processing, in terms of uh, converting data into information. Because obviously, if the organization is large, then doing it or processing transactions manually will obviously require so much more time uh, compared to using an automated um, alternative. And that's why we need to use information systems. And also um, because of its feature, which is able to produce output, and outputs are in the form of reports. Okay, so automated na siya. And I think that would be all for now. I will just be posting the link where you can submit the sa tawag ani, where you can submit the task that I have given you last session. Okay. For you both, I need you to sign the attendance. I'm going to send to you the link here. Aron lang naalantay evidence. And I will post the link where you can submit the task. I think that would be all for now. Do you have any other concerns? Okay na siguro, kana na lang siguro ato ang i-prelim requirement. Make sure to click the link, tap the link so you can submit your attendance. Wala na ba tayo lain na concern? Okay. I think that would be all. Thank you so much, Mark and Erica. Keep posted sa tuwang Google Classroom. I will send updates whenever I can or before our next session, next meeting. Thank you. We are now dismissed. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.